Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Well, get ready for a unique one today.
Oh,
Yeah, this time we're working with just one source.
just one.
Just one.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's an empty note.
A blank slate.
Exactly. Just a note titled New Note. And I know what you're thinking. What in the world can we possibly learn from that?
Well, I have to admit, my curiosity is piqued.
But that's the beauty of it, right?
And okay.
Because it's not about what's in the note, but what it represents.
I see.
It's that feeling when you open a brand new notebook.
So much potential.
Exactly. Pure possibility.
I like that.
So what do you think? Is there something powerful about that blank slate?
Absolutely. You know, emptiness often precedes creation.
Oh, I like that.
Think about it. A composer with a blank music sheet or an artist facing a canvas.
Yeah,
That void isn't an obstacle.
Right.
It's an invitation.
an invitation to create.
Precisely. And this empty note, well, it's your invitation.
Okay, I'm starting to see where you're going with this.
Good.
But I bet some folks are thinking, an empty note is just that empty. It's procrastination waiting to happen.
I can see that perspective.
So how do we take this from a metaphor
Right.
to something actionable?
You're right. Potential has to be harnessed.
Exactly.
So let's look at this note as a tool for brainstorming.
Okay, I like that.
We often try to force ideas,
Oh, tell me about it.
but sometimes the most innovative solutions come when we give ourselves space.
Space to think.
Exactly. And this note, it's that space.
It's like that saying, a cluttered desk is a cluttered mind.
Right.
Maybe a blank note is the antidote.
I love that analogy.
You know, I used to keep a notebook just for what-if ideas.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Totally random, no pressure.
Sounds freeing.
It was. Started blank, but it became my most valuable tool.
That's fantastic.
Do you have any systems for capturing those random sparks of inspiration?
Absolutely. I'm a big believer in mind dumps.
Lined up.
When I feel overwhelmed, I just jot down every thought, no matter how silly or incomplete.
Interesting.
It's like clearing the mental cache, you know?
Yeah, you see that?
And sometimes, in that jumble, a real gem emerges.
Exactly. It's like decluttering your brain to make room for the good stuff.
Exactly.
But here's another thought.
Okay.
Isn't there a difference between a blank page we choose to face
I see what you're getting at.
and one that's, well, kind of thrust upon us?
Interesting point.
Like writer's block is real, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That blank page can feel like a wall.
It certainly can.
So how do we reconcile those two experiences?
Well, I think context matters.
Okay.
A deliberately empty note, like the one you sent in, suggests intention. It's like saying, I'm making space for something new.
Right.
Writer's block, though, is often about fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of failure, fear of judgment, all sorts of things.
That makes sense.
The key difference is agency.
Agency.
Do you own the emptiness or does it own you?
That's such a powerful point.
I'm glad it resonates.
And it really circles back to what this whole deep dive is all about, right?
It does, doesn't it?
It's not just about a note. It's about recognizing the power of that empty space.
Yes, that potential within all of us.
Exactly.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most important thing we can do is create space.
Space for possibility.
Exactly. So here's a final thought for everyone listening.
I love a good final thought.
What will you fill that blank note with?
Ooh, good question.
What potential lies within you waiting to be expressed?
That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.